Flight 229, you're clear for takeoff.
This is day 2 of my code mission to figure out how to use an API. I'm currently shooting from my friend's bathroom because why not? It's good lighting and it's dark outside. So before I get started, I'll have to show you guys something. One of my least favorite things in this entire world is centipedes. Look at this thing. Freaking thing, it's terrifying. Oh, I'm gonna die. What do I do?
I had to move. There was just no way I was gonna be in the same city block as that thing. Anyways, let's get started. So today I'm gonna talk about what I did today in learning how to use an API, my process. There might be a code break somewhere in between. Then we'll come back and I'll give you guys some takeaways as well as some next steps for tomorrow. So what's a code mission? Code missions are weekly projects that I'm taking on as a code monkey so you can see me fail and learn and all of that. And the one I'm doing right now is use an API. I'm trying to figure out how to use one for my website, as you can see here. I want to make these videos automatically upload to it. So what did I do today? Picking up where we left off, I watched that video like I said I was gonna do, dived into it, kind of picked it apart a little bit. I decided to stick that guy's code into CodePen like I do with everything. But I noticed in his comments that he says that you need a web server for your site, which can be Apache or Nginx. That sort of freaked me out. I had dreaded that at the start, that I was gonna actually have to use a web server, and I don't know anything about servers. So I went to Apache and kind of read up the documents, and honestly I had to recheck what the definition of a web server was. I know what a server is, like the basic idea, but that extra word web just scared me, I guess. And then I also saw all this talk about mirrors, and I'm like, I have no idea what mirrors are. There's just so many acronyms and lingo in the server world that I don't know, and I guess that's all of code, but for some reason it seems like the server world is just extra confusing, so it kind of terrified me. So I looked that up, and then I was a little teched out, so I found this awesome video on Viceland by Spike Jones about a sustainable community called Kalu Yala in Panama. So I watched that. Here's the link, by the way. Back to code. Yeah, server stuff is acronym hell. I was just like, oh, HTTP, HTTPD, PGP, GPG. I have no idea. What does PGP mean? Pre-game poop? I have no idea. So eventually I landed back at the Google API docs. But this doc, I should have seen at the start. It's got a green top. You should see it right here. It was actually good to see after watching that video because I remember him talking about a few of these things. And so long story short, I think you should definitely watch a YouTube video first, watch someone doing it, so you can kind of get a basic idea of what you should do, and then the documents will make a lot more sense if you go through that.
The guys downstairs are singing about one of them slapping one of the other guys' butts. It's actually a good song.
Since when is a six-pack $18? Organic raw blue agave. Yes, please. How about some lightly toasted organic soy lentil ice cream?
$4 wine, always a good idea. There's a few takeaways I want to give to you guys. Once again, I don't really know what I'm doing in this whole process. I'm just figuring it out as I go. And hopefully me being the code monkey is good for you in some way to see me fail and screw up stuff. I do suggest watching a video of someone working through something, trying stuff, seeing what happens. The instructional videos, you know? Someone actually showing you how to do something. You may not end up doing it exactly the same way that they did, but just them talking about it adds this sort of confidence and like assurance to what you're doing. And then you'll recognize better like certain things in the documents that'll be more familiar and make more sense to you after they have already synthesized it. Also, my idea of using CodePen a lot is actually kind of good. I kind of like it. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna keep using that at first. I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna do everything in like Atom or some sweet, you know, code editor later on, but not right now. I'm just kind of figuring stuff out. But lastly, I hate acronyms, but I'm just learning to kind of ignore them, and it helps. It's good. Sometimes, I mean, the ones that I feel like I need to know, I will quickly research them and try to file it away in my mind. But there's a lot of them you just don't need to know and you can kind of ignore. So don't worry about that so much.
Our next steps for tomorrow. Our next steps for tomorrow are to figure out how to use a web server using Apache or Genix or whatever is out there.
Oh my God.